the way I took it was a bunch of these small countries that you and I have never heard of. This is where they get their juice, and they're like, we can give you a passport from our country so you can travel wherever the fuck you want. And the way I would describe Paolo, good friend of ours, Joey Deef, apparently, but the way I would describe Paolo is very similar to Tony Soprano. So if you remember, Tony Soprano fucking cheated on his wife all the time. Amanda explains to me he cheated on her all the time. And yet when Carmela, spoiler alert if you haven't fucking seen The Sopranos, when Carmela went to separate from Tony and look at a divorce, he refused to let it happen. And then he even went so far as to talk with every high-powered divorce attorney in the area so that then they had a conflict and couldn't talk with her. And the idea was he would get extremely angry at the idea of her so much as seeing another dude, even though they were separated. And, of course, he was getting whatever box he wanted to get. But, it was like, only I can have you. No one else can have you. That's how Paolo treats Amanda, for sure. The difference is... And here's the difference. Tony Soprano, who was a textbook sociopath, to be clear. Tony Soprano actually loved Carmela. I actually do believe that. As much as a sociopath can feel love, I think he did. I don't get the sense Paolo Zampoli loves Amanda Ungaro or ever did. I don't know. I've never talked with Paolo Zampoli. There's not a fuck ton of him out there talking a lot over the years. There's some. We've played some of it. But, I don't know that he's capable of that. And the pattern with him repeatedly is that, no, you're mine. You're with me. I won't marry you. I'll have a kid with you. I won't marry you. And I'll fuck everything else that moves. But you're mine. And you're with me. And that's it. And so that is a pattern that I think is very clearly demonstrated throughout their 23, 24-year odyssey together at that point. Paolo, when he began dating her, of course, told her that he'd make her a star, all that with modeling. He love bombed her. You heard Nadine Macaluso talk about that back in episode 302 with me. She was the Wolf of Wall Street's wife and ex-wife now. But, she talked about how, he was a raging narcissist and he would just give her a lot of gifts and give her a lot of things to make her feel like she was loved and all that. So that's similar thing happened with Amanda at the beginning. And again, she's young. Clearly to me, Amanda had to grow up quickly, way quicker than any kid should ever have to. But that also stunts a lot of development that happens as well. And at the same time, when you're 18, 19, 20, you may be less green at the world because you've seen a lot of shit. In her case, but you're still 18, 19, 20. And that stuff has a psychological effect on you. But anyway, she has a child with him. As she said, she has no contact with Epstein and Maxwell during these years. And then in 2014, she begins working at the UN. And the way she describes the UN, I know it's a fucked up place. I know there's a lot of bullshit going on there. But this is just like a legalized black market of wealthy diplomats around the world to just fuck around and maybe never find out.
Yeah, checks out.
It does check out. So she had left the fashion industry, and in June 2014, Keith Mitchell, who was the prime minister of Grenada, appointed Ungaro as United Nations ambassador for youth affairs. Now, again, when you only have an hour with someone, this is a textbook example of something I'd like to know more about. What the fuck does Amanda have to do with Grenada? That's number one. Number two, I forgot Grenada was a country, and then I remembered we took it over in a day in 1984. And number three, ambassador for youth affairs. What does that mean? What does that mean? What are the qualifications here? I don't know. And I'm sure Amanda would, I'm going to guess, I should say, would probably be pretty blunt about the fact that it's all bullshit, even on her end, maybe with some of the things she was doing, because she went through this whole thing about how in the UN, motherfuckers were just selling diplomatic passports for 250 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean? And she's like, well, it's a diplomatic passport. You can go from one place to another. And the way I took it was a bunch of these small countries that you and I have never heard of. This is where they get their juice. And they're like, we can give you a passport from our country so you can travel wherever the fuck you want. Yeah. Dominica? Never heard of it. Now you have. And that was the funny part. She was telling me about, Paolo wanted to get involved with the UN to get closer to some people, so he made up some shit about the oceans. And I'm like, yeah, what does he know about oceans? She's like, nothing! Not the damn thing! And I was like, okay, yeah. I also was unaware Dominica was a country. And I think she laughed at that. I think I said that to her. I was definitely thinking that, but I think I said that to her. And then I never got like what his affiliation with Dominica was, because there was none. It's just another Caribbean island. For all I know, it could have been owned by Jeffrey Epstein. Like, can we Google that just to make sure for the 50th time that that's actually a fucking country?
Who owns Dominica?
Who owns Dominica? Do I have any Dominicans out there? Not like Dominican republics, but the other Dominicans?
It's not owned by any person.
It's not owned by a person?
It gained full independence from Great Britain.
Oh, we love that. Good for
70s.
them. They fought the Redcoats and won 200 years later. Good for them. Yeah. November 3rd, 1978, and it operates as a sovereign democratic republic.
I want to see who this person is.
Head of state, President Silvani Burton. Deep's going to look into that. It's a sovereign democratic republic. Got that sovereign democratic republic fucking passports being passed around apparently too.
Yeah.
Pure spec.
That's Silvani.
So this is Silvani. This is their leader. She won in 2023. She was born in the village of Crayfish River as a member of the Kalinago people, and holds a bachelor's degree in rural development and a master's degree in project management. All right, good for her. Great.
All right, so checks out.
Checks out.
She's qualified.
Yeah, qualified for the job. Got a degree. Anyway, so Paolo has this affiliation. And another thing I didn't get to dig deeply on is, again, he's ambassador for the oceans. What was Ghislaine Maxwell's very fake Terramar project about? The oceans. What's going on in them oceans? What's happening down them oceans, boy?
The aliens.
And something. We ain't know about 95% of that shit down there.
Yeah. They're just like keyed in on Atlantis. That's where all this shit's going down.
That's right. They're having a satanic ritual with a bunch of fucking... I don't even want to give the visual there.
Don't even. But we get it.
They're desecrating Atlantis. Get Randall Carlson in here. He's going to lose his fucking mind on these people. These people have no fucking idea what any of this shit is, man. I know the history, not them. Anyway, so... Oh, the other thing, she threw in a shot. He was doing... Can we Google this? I didn't even Google this before.
Yeah, I know exactly
Paolo Zampoli was doing something with the tigers. She's like, all that bullshit with tigers. He just wanted to get close to Putin because he loved tigers. I'm like, that's not helping the conspiracy theories here. But, all right, so entrepreneur and diplomat Paolo Zampoli is well known for featuring live tiger cubs at his lavish birthday party. I feel like that's not saving the tiger. Okay. At his lavish birthday parties as part of an eccentric effort to raise awareness for endangered wild tigers, later sparking headlines when a collection of expensive art tigers was stolen from his New York property. That's some cartel kingpin bullshit. That's something like when you go down to like the barrio that you're not allowed to go to down in fucking Mexico out in the foothills where some guy's been living for 40 years living off of cocaine revenue, just has this open air party where maybe some people, when they say the wrong thing, get shot in the back and never heard from again, where everyone's partying. There's fucking, Don Diablo's there playing. Shout out Don Diablo. He's paid a lot of money to do this. I'm sure Pure Spec obviously never happened. But, maybe Flow Ride is there. I don't know. I don't know.
Flow Ride
and they're just performing, getting the people going, a little sexy time on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, you have some dude in the middle of one of them cages.
Yeah.
And he's got some really, couple hot strippers next to him. And the strippers are blowing
bubbles.
the fire through the bubble thing.
Okay.
And then next to them in the cage is
tigers.
Like tigers roaring. And he says, we're here to save the tigers.
And then someone's like, he goes to feed the tiger. He's like, that's the last guy who steps out of line.
That's right. It's like, same way that Pablo Escobar was trying to save the hippos. That's definitely what he was doing.
Well, there was a heist involved with this too.
Oh no!
You see this? There was
Give it to me, Joey D. Pause.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The Global Tiger Fund, Zampoli commissioned artists to decorate roughly 75 ceramic and fiberglass art tigers intended to be sold to benefit wildlife conservation. In 2012, December, a brazen daylight heist occurred at his Gramercy Park area property in Manhattan.
She was living there then.
Thieves stole around 18 of the expensive ceramic and fiberglass tiger statues while neighbors watched.
While neighbors watched.
They're probably like, oh, fuck them.
They're like, wait, you know what? You got there's 10 more in there.
They're like, oh, it could be a moving crew, and it's like clearly burglars with like shiesties on. They're like, no, he's a fucking asshole. Let them clean him out.
Oh, also, there's a real height difference between these two too. Side note.
She's taller. That's kind of. I think that's kind of cool sometimes.
Can you Google that? I mean, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
We're not talking like 2-3 inches here. I was just thinking about.
He's like Mussolini.
Yeah, you're working with some tough geometry there. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Just get that first one right there.
Yeah, get the images.
You know, that's probably why he's trying to take over the world. He's just, not tall enough. I don't know. That's what Matt Cox says. Don't shoot the messenger. My friend Matt Cox, says always look out for us short people.
Yeah, he looks like a mobster.
Yeah, we got a bone there. He does look like a mobster.
Like he looks like he is like the union head for some construction union in New
jobs
Jersey.
Everywhere. Yep, 100%.
He's like, listen, we're projected 12 months on the project. Fuck it, 38.
That's right.
They're like, 38 months? He's like, yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
These guys need jobs. We're going to give them jobs.
He's even got the Italian accent, too, because he's from there. So he could be like one of the imports.
Yeah.
I don't Furio Junta.
This isn't pure spec. I don't trust him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not pure spec. I don't trust him either. Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.